Intel Centrino mobile technology. Laptop technology designed to unwire your life. Lamisil AT, the official athlete's foot treatment of the NBA. And Fridays. Eat what you love where you eat at Fridays.
Well, the widest margin of victory in the first round had been 19, the Lakers over Minnesota in Game 1. And now the widest margin of victory is Minnesota over the Lakers by 28 in Game 2 of that series. It's all knotted up at a game apiece, 119-91. Minnesota evening the series. This is Inside the NBA. It's presented by Hyundai. And I think you know who all these guys are without me introducing them. But just in case, that's Magic, that's Charles, and that's Kenny.
And that's EJ.
So how do you explain it when you look at Game 1 and Game 2, the Minnesota teams and the Laker teams that showed up for these two games?
Well, it's very simple. The Minnesota came out tonight with great intensity, great energy, and they did a better job of those other guys. They were really aggressive, number one. But if you look at the stats, Shaq and Kobe still got basically their 30, but they slowed all those other guys down. And that's the way you're going to beat the Lakers. Shaq and Kobe are going to get there, but you can't let Horry, and Fox and Derek Fisher get those numbers, and Devin George.
Yeah, Flip Saunders had said, hold those two guys under 60, Shaq and Kobe, and we got a pretty good chance. They hold them to 54.
He said before us?
Yeah, he said that. He said that leading up to the game, as a matter of fact.
Okay, just checking.
Somebody beat you to the punch. Go ahead, Magic.
But I thought that superstars have to be superstars in the biggest game. We saw Gary Payton do his thing, lead his team to victory in Game 1. Kevin Garnett set the tempo in the interview before the game, and then he went out and what gave us an MVP type performance. But with his intensity, it spread to the other guys. Going to the basket, they didn't go to the basket. Shot all jumpers in Game 1. They passed the ball very well. And what they did, Flip Saunders deserves a lot of credit. They came out and picked up full court. And I think that threw off the tempo of the Lakers. It was their tempo tonight, Minnesota's. Now is whether they can take that same game plan and that same tempo and take it on the road.
Garnett 35, Troy Hudson 37. We will hear from you momentarily. But let's hear from Flip Saunders.
Oh, okay. I want to hear
beforehand.
I told our guys prior to the game that we had to put ourselves in a situation where we went out and played and do the things that we do well. And the one thing that we shoot the ball well, we move the ball, which I thought we did well tonight. And the big thing was that we wanted to get back to putting a lot of full court pressure and try to be the aggressor, and basically told our guys that we have to come out, we've got to play harder than them. And I thought tonight that we came out with a great amount of energy. We had told our guys prior to the game, this is a game that we couldn't have a good performance, we couldn't have a great performance, we had to have superior performances from everybody. And I thought that we had, when you look at what KG did, how monster he was, not very often you guys go out and get in the playoffs, 30-some and 20 rebounds, and you look at what Troy did, at 37, it was about as good a game as we probably have played, since I've been here, from a standpoint of 48 minutes of intensity and following a game plan for 48 minutes and really not having very many lapses.
I couldn't believe he said it either.
Not that, but something else. What were you going to say before we went to Flip?
Well, to me, the regular season is about your physical well-being and how healthy your team can be. And the playoffs is about your mind state. And the Game 1, the mind state of Minnesota, they were just there to play a playoff game. They weren't there to make a championship run. And that's what the Lakers were doing. Game 2, the Lakers, they went into a playoff mode. They said, okay, the intensity decreased, and they went back to what Minnesota was doing, where Minnesota said, okay, you showed us where we have to be and if we want to win this game, and they increased their tempo and their mind state more than their physical aspect.
Charles,
I thought you also saw a perfect example where one team was content. Coach Thompson said it. They got their split. They didn't come out tonight and try to be greedy. That's why I've always said that's what separated the Celtics in the old days, the Bulls, and Magic, the Lakers in the old days. They went for the juggler every time. The Lakers came out tonight, and you could tell right off the bat, they never tried to reach Minnesota's intent. They were content to get a split.
The rest of this series, and we know it's going at least 5 games. The next 3, Thursday in LA. It's on TNT. It's the nightcap of a triple header for us on Thursday. Game 4 is Sunday on ABC.
To play 3 games on the same night.
I can't answer that for you. And Game 5 is in Minnesota Tuesday, also on TNT. Earlier tonight, Milwaukee Bucks, New Jersey Nets, and the Bay Area backcourt duel between Gary Payton and Jason Kidd. And boy, Gary Payton looked like a different guy tonight.
Yeah, a different guy, because one of the things he did, he attacked the basket. Everyone said, what does attacking mean? That means when your first option isn't there, you still keep the ball in your hands and say, you know what, I can't go left, I can't go right, but I'm going to still go and fade away. I'm going to do something extra, even though the defense cuts me off.
Kenyon Martin, 21 and 15 the other day, 22 and 12 today.
That boy's been a beast.
Yeah. But sometimes when you slow the game down on New Jersey, it's to your advantage. Milwaukee made them slow the game down. There's little Jason Kidd crying after his dad ran into him.
Exactly.
Kids are crying. He'll make it up to him. He'll buy him a Hummer tomorrow.
And I also thought, Sam Cassell played an excellent game as well.
One more shot for New Jersey, but Rodney Rogers tripped. And the Milwaukee Bucks even the series 88-85 over the New Jersey Nets. The Bucks shoot 50% in this game. New Jersey turns it over 18 times. Gary Payton, 22 points on the night. Dee Lynam worked that game on the sidelines. Let's hear from her, starting with Gary Payton and his comments about the change in his game from Game 1 to Game 2.
I've been in this league for 13 years. I don't care about bad games. Bad games gonna happen. I can't have a good game every night. You know, I had a bad game. I knew I was gonna come back and play well Tuesday. I told you that on Saturday at the conference, at the press conference. So I did what I was supposed to do.
Well, we all knew Gary was gonna come back and play much better than he did in Game 1. You know, like I said, he's the ultimate pro. You know, this guy's a big-time competitor. He knew how bad he played in Game 1, and he knew he wasn't going to let that happen again.
Gary Payton and myself, we understood what we didn't do to bring the energy. We needed to bring energy. I think you've seen him take over the game in the first quarter and down the stretch of the second. And I'm going to do my own thing, you know, so that's how I was.
All looked great for the Bucks as time was expiring until Tony Kukoc dove for a loose ball. He said he landed on his right knee on the hardest part of the court. But before leaving the arena, Kukoc said his knee felt significantly better than when it first happened.
It still kind of hurts, I guess, of the old soft spots over there. I hit the hardest place there is on the thing, but it'll be all right. It's just a bump. I hope nothing will come out of there.
D getting a hold of Tony Kukoc pre-gel, obviously. Gary Payton, 8 points in Game 1, all in the fourth quarter. 22 points in this one, hit 11 out of 20 from the floor. Look at the turnover difference between Game 1 and Game 2. Game 3 in Milwaukee Thursday on TNT. Charles, where did you want to go?
You know, the one thing that, and I think touched on earlier, man, the playoffs are about superstars. And if you haven't got anything out of this first extended weekend, pro basketball is about superstars, and them other guys, you get them stars off, them other guys will follow, and plus it makes it easier for those guys. A lot of these guys, you know, they complain about myself and Kenny because we says, hey, that guy's got to be a star. You know, they took some shots at Bill Walton and Tom Tobin. Stars are stars. You know, they can't be babies. They got to take their team to the next level, and that's one thing to me that's been great to watch this entire weekend.
And you know what I always like to say. The regular season, you
Charles,
make your,
get the check?
No, you make your name. But in the playoffs, you make your fame. And that's the difference.
And you know what?
What?
It's funny because we've seen there's guys that can only play 3 quarters. And there's only certain guys that can play in the fourth quarter.
There you go. Can I get a witness?
That's what a superstar. Kevin Garnett, superstar. Gary Payton, superstar. Tracy McGrady, superstar performance. You saw little man from Philly. AI. I mean, I love it. Hart, superstar performance. Kobe Bryant and Shaq in the first game, superstar performance. That's what you got to have in the playoffs. That's what we're getting. And the fans out there, you should love it because this is what the playoffs are all about.
Heck of a start through 4 nights. When Inside the NBA rolls on, we'll look ahead to Wednesday's games with the help of our reporters at
It's
courtside.
already Wednesday.
Not out in the West Coast. What's the latest on the Hornets' Baron Davis? You'll find out next.
The Home Depot is more than a store. It's a powerhouse with powerful names. John Deere, Toro, Honda, and Echo, all in one place. Powerful tools for mowing, blowing, edging, or just riding with the wind. It's a buyer's guide to show you how much power you need. The guaranteed low price every day to make every dollar work. It's the power to turn the outdoors into the great outdoors. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
I told you she had a boyfriend.
The Hyundai Tiburon, with America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. When you can be counted on, you win.
The first major advance for the fastest treatment of athlete's foot is Lamisil AT. Lamisil AT is the first non-prescription medicine proven to kill the fungus with just 1 week's use. Not even a prescription can beat that. Lotrimin AF and Tinactin still expect you to treat for 4 weeks. Who's gonna do that? When your feet itch and burn, using Lamisil AT 1 week keeps you athlete's foot free 3 months. Lamisil AT. There's no better way to cure athlete's foot.
You know the man.
Divide up and search this swamp.
You know the mission.
What do you intend to do?
Catch him. But this time, no one can be trusted.
I got set up from the word go. Turn around!
You're the great Sam Gerard.
Yes, I am.
And you always have to win.
Yes, I do. Don't miss Tommy Lee Jones and Wesley Snipes in U.S. Marshals.
Look around you, you're caught.
U.S. Marshal, Friday at 9 on TNT.
Inside the NBA on TNT. Brought to you by Hyundai. When your car comes with America's best warranty, you win. Hyundai. And by Southwest Airlines, bringing people together with low fares.
Phil Jackson's at the podium. Let's listen up.
Aspect of getting the ball into Shaquille, they just camped out and made it difficult to throw the ball into him. And said, you know, you're going to have to go somewhere else with the basketball, basically.
Did you get the sense that he really wasn't asserting himself early on, too, that maybe the post wasn't available?
A lot of times, you know, in our offensive schemata, you know, we want our posts to come up the floor and relieve the pressure on the ball, so our guards don't have to dribble all the way up and down the court. So that's part of the idea, that he comes up the court, relieves the pressure, and comes back into the post after that happens.
Your experience, what sort of impact does a big loss like this have on the next game?
Well, I don't think they can play any better than that. You know, obviously, it's a desperation game. They came out and they played in a way that, you know, made us appreciate what their skills are and their talents. We go back to LA, you know, having gotten what we wanted, which is home court advantage. I don't think that we're supposed to sweep every series, and so we'll try and go back and win in our home court, and then we can come back here and talk about it later on.
Should their lineup change?
Hey, Squash, what does schemata mean?
This is not often you hear that in a post-game press conference.
Not often?
Unless Phil's at the podium.
The last time you heard that?
Wednesday's schedule, last time the Lakers played. New Orleans and Philadelphia starting things off on TNT, followed by Portland and Dallas. Orlando and Detroit playing on NBA TV. And that'll be in what, Charles?
High definition.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Squash, will penicillin kill that?
There's no cure for schemata. Time to get the latest on the 3 series resuming tomorrow from our reporters at courtside. Let's get started in Philly with Cheryl Miller.
Thanks a lot, Ernie. Well, let's just go ahead and state the obvious. Game 1 was the Allen Iverson show as AI dropped 55 points on New Orleans.
Obviously, if somebody had 55 points, you try to get the ball out of their hand as much as possible the next game. But, I mean, hopefully, you know, they approach it the same way they approached it the last game. Just try to play me man-to-man and play everybody else man up.
We're not going to do anything different. I just don't think, at least I'm hoping, that he can't be on that kind of roll, you know, 2 games in a row.
Now, as far as Game 2 is concerned, the biggest question facing the Hornets right now is, will Baron Davis play after re-aggravating his left knee?
Same thing as yesterday, a little bit better. I was able to
you know, to lift a little bit, lift my leg a little bit, do some weight training, still icing and, you know, getting therapy and stuff, and just hope for the best tomorrow.
But I leave it up to him. If he thinks he's healthy enough and the doctor's going to come and examine him, if they think he's healthy enough, then certainly he'll play.
If you leave it up to me, I'm going to play. That's why I'm not a trainer.
Yesterday, Baron Davis had an MRI taken. It came back negative. He does have a bone bruise, some slight swelling. He did not practice yesterday or today, has just been receiving treatments. And right now, as it stands, it will be a game-time decision. Reporting from Philadelphia, I'm Cheryl Miller. Now let's send it to Dwayne in Detroit.
Thanks, Cheryl. The Orlando Magic practiced here at Oakland University in the Auburn Hills area on Tuesday. Not a very good practice by their account. The storyline in this series continues to be two words: Tracy McGrady, his effectiveness. Can the Pistons counter him? Well, Detroit has said that it will be much more physical, specifically with McGrady in Game 2. That's something the Magic are well aware of.
Good. Maybe I'll get a chance to go to the free throw line more. It doesn't bother me. Whatever, like I say, man, whatever they want to do. You know, if they feel they need to be more physical, you know, more power to them. You know, my game doesn't change at all. I'm just going to have the same approach that I have every game, you know, and just stay in attack mode. So whatever they want to do, let them do it.
I thought they did a good job of it in Game 1. The rest just didn't call a foul. So now maybe if they're more physical, that's the best news I read today, honestly. Maybe now we can shoot 42 free throws.
We're going to knock them down and get back up. So, and it's not going to change the way I play. I'm just going to come at you.
Clifford Robinson of Detroit is quick to point out they're not goons. They just want McGrady to be a little more uncomfortable on Wednesday night. That's where Game 2 will be, at the Palace of Auburn Hills. And that's it from here. Let's send it down to Dallas, where Lewis Johnson is with the Mavericks, who are taking on the Portland Trail Blazers. Lewis.
All right, Dwayne, thanks a lot, man. Well, Big D is still buzzing about Big Dirk and his 46 points in Game 1, and you know Portland's going to make some adjustments. Do you expect to get the same kind of opportunities in Game 2?
I don't expect anything. You know, every game has to be played, and I just try to be aggressive and make things happen offensively. And, you know, we know we all have to play well. It can't be all on one guy. We all have to step up and play well, especially if we want to go further in the playoffs and beat the good Portland team. So, you know, it's the onus is on all of us as a team, and hopefully we respond.
You know, if you're not hot, how do you get guys like Finley and Nash worked into the offense in Game 2? What did you guys work on today to improve that?
Just moving a little bit more, play a little motion game, and move a lot of bodies out there. And I think Finn will be all right. We don't worry about Finn. He made some big shots for us in the second half, and you know, I think he found his rhythm. He shot the ball well in practice again, so we don't worry about him. And Steve does his thing. He penetrates and kicks and get everyone else involved. So, and that's our game. We just need a little bit more on Nick, be more aggressive and make some big shots. And I believe in all of them.
And if Nowitzki was a problem for Portland in Game 1, the status of Scottie Pippen is the potential problem for Game 2.
Well, he didn't practice yesterday, and he probably won't practice today, so we have to see where his knee is going to take us. And if he's not ready to go, then we have to just go with someone else.
Well, I mean, it's not healed. I mean, I'm obviously not 100%, and you know, it's going to affect me. I mean, I'm not able to, you know, give it the time that it needs to heal. It's only been like four and a half weeks since my surgery, so you know, it's a process that I'm gonna just have to deal with.
Well, that's the story here in Dallas. Ernie, back to you in the studio in Atlanta.
All right, the Blazing Portland, most points allowed in a playoff game. Dirk Nowitzki's 46 the other day, second only to Charles Barkley.
Oh, I'm hanging on about
Charlie B.
PJ should have doubled me. I told him.
Let's talk about those 3 games that resume tomorrow. Each of you get one. Blazers, Mavs. Portland up 10 at the half of Game 1, and then the other Portland team showed up. What do you look for in Game 2?
Well, you know, it's basically they need to just come out the same way, just execute better in the second half. I don't think they need to change too much. Just come out and play their game. Portland has a lot of talented ball players. But I tell you what, they're going to really have to now pick and choose when they run against Dallas. I think that's going to be the key for them, tempo. Because Dallas is going to go one way. And I think they're going to have to try to affect Dirk. They're going to have to try to double team him sometime, let the other guys beat him, because if he goes for 40 again, they're going to be in big trouble.
Meantime, the Hornets and the Sixers, and Allen Iverson coming off the 55, and Baron Davis with the bad knee. This doesn't look good for why do I want to say Charlotte?
New Orleans, we know. We all say Charlotte. But, you know, the funny thing, myself and Charles were watching the game, the first 2 possessions. I was like, AI is going to get 50 tonight. And that's when we made a dinner bet, so he owes me dinner because he lost. I knew he'd get 50 and they'd win. But the other thing now, you know, they really don't have anyone who can stop the things Allen likes to do. Allen likes to shoot the in-between shots off the dribble, and he can beat you off the dribble and get in there. Normally, the teams that have some success against him, they make him shoot a lot of three-point shots. And then he doesn't always consistently hit the three-point shot well, and then they get long rebounds and they run. That's not happening. I see the same of more. I see another 40-point outburst if they let him get in those times. And I don't know about the first 2 possessions tomorrow, if he's going to get 40 tomorrow.
T-Mac had 43 the other day. If you're Detroit, you're saying he's going to get his. Let's not let Drew Gooden go for 18 and 14 against us this time. What's the Detroit mindset going into that game?
Well, you know,
what's the schemata?
The schemata. Well, if I was Detroit, they got 2 choices. Number one, double T-Mac, take the ball out of his hands, make those other guys beat him. Because number one, you're not going to guard a great player one-on-one. But also, when Ben Wallace was out, Detroit ran the ball more. I think sometimes they get so stagnant, like we're a half-court team, we're just going to play great defense, and that doesn't work. You're not going to shut him out every game. But I would double T-Mac. He's a terrific player. You're not going to guard him one-on-one. So they don't have anybody that can guard him. Well, first of all, that's because he's a great player. But I would double, take the ball out of his hands, but also find a way to get some easy baskets because they can't score. I mean, they got 40 points from the free throw line. They're not going to get another 40. They still got to find a way to score.
Before we go to break, let's enlighten everybody, ourselves included, on schemata, an outline. In fact, schemata is the plural of schema.
I told you, Charles.
And
I told you.
That's an old picture of you, Charles.
Schemata.
I'm not going to be fat much longer, baby. It's coming.
When we come back, another look at the Lakers and the Timberwolves. How about a little TNT Total Motion from Troy Hudson?
That's a waste of money, you said.
That is a waste of money.
There we were planning our vacation online. That's when the pain started.
Digititis is a repetitive stress injury, just like carpal tunnel syndrome, except different.
Basically, it feels like a fleshy fireball on the end of my hand.
We're seeing an explosion of this with all the double clicking that's going on. If we catch this early, we can help.
Searching for a great airfare online doesn't have to be a pain. Just go to southwest.com for our $39 to $99 internet specials when you purchase by May 1st.
You're now free to move about the country.
For over 60 years, Owens Corning has been advancing the science of insulation, roofing, siding, sound control, and more. And everything we've learned, we've put into one very special place, your home. Owens Corning, innovations for living.
I'm about to bring it like you ain't never heard.
That's what I'm talking about.
Feel the beat of the Drumline, now on DVD and video. Drumline, own it today.
I just thought I had a little something on the end.
What's good? Sam?
Subway's new Italian urban cheese. The taste will bring you to your knees. Great bread makes a sandwich a true taste delight. You'll see for yourself with just one bite. Subway, eat fresh.
Attention all smokers. Now you can kick the habit in just 7 days. That's right, you can quit smoking easily in only 7 days guaranteed. Introducing the all-natural Smoke Away system, the herbal stop smoking program that works to help completely stamp out your nicotine cravings in just 1 week. Fed up with expensive patches, prescriptions, and gums that often don't work? For less than the price of all of them, you can stop smoking in 7 days, 100% guaranteed, or your money back.
It's safe. It's highly effective. I've had tremendous success with my patients using the Smoke Away program.
I like the fact that Smoke Away is all natural, and it really works.
I did smoke away for 3 days, and I've been smoke-free ever since.
The secret is the unique combination of all natural herbal ingredients that work to completely and naturally eliminate your body's craving for nicotine. Why spend hundreds of dollars on patches and gums that just put more nicotine in your system? For less than the price of any of them, you will stop smoking in 7 days, guaranteed, or your money back. Pick up the phone and order your Smoke Away system now. Smoke Away makes a great gift.
Inside the NBA, Magic is presented by Hyundai.
We boycotting Hyundai until they put a plant in Leeds, Alabama.
Apparently Magic is not, and neither is Kenny.
They put one in New York or L.A. first.
Big ticket from
the big
Mark
ticket
Jackson.
was awesome tonight.
Yes.
Robert Horry with his playoff legs.
Well, he had 2 great dunks back-to-back.
Into the first half.
He should be rested. He rested all season.
This was a big play. It just kept them going. And you know what else happened? The Minnesota Timberwolves played off the crowd tonight. The crowd was unbelievable.
The place was pretty quiet in Game 1.
Yes, it was rocking tonight.
Well, that's one of the things we said. That crowd, going into Game 1, didn't think they could win either.
Minnesota.
They were great tonight.
Lighting it up from three-point land.
Jump shooter, Troy Hudson.
He was just in rhythm, just playing his game.
Yeah, because he took those comments personal. People saying that, maybe he shouldn't start and Rod Strickland should play. He said, you know what? I'm going to get you 37 on the way out.
Athletes shouldn't take anything personal.
KG MVP on this night.
It's going to be close.
119-91. Garnett going for 35, 20, and 7. Troy Hudson 37 and 10. Kobe had 27, and right now he is meeting the media.
Look normal, really. I mean, I didn't see, his trip having any effect on him.
This is the case of them. I mean, they collapsed on him really aggressively early. It looked like they were having a hard time getting into him. Did they just take him out first half?
Well, I mean, he played a pretty good game, actually. I think that the defense at the start of the game, picking up full court, trying to put pressure on us, and making us go deeper into our offense. It took a while to adjust to that rhythm. We did a pretty good job in the second quarter, but we let it slip away. So it's a matter of refinding that rhythm that we had.
What did they do differently on defense today?
They were scrappy. They got after loose balls. We lost the battle of loose balls. They chased down rebounds. They doubled hard and they rotated hard. So, I mean, they were more aggressive on the defensive end tonight.
Kobe, you talked on Sunday about how
Meantime, Kobe's appearance there in the postgame brings us to a new segment that's going to be kind of ongoing, the Big Nasty Fashion Awards, named for Corliss Williamson, who once appeared postgame like this after a playoff game. And you guys just have at it. Here's Kobe with the outerwear. Any comments?
That's nice.
It's cold in Minnesota. That's nice. Probably it's either cashmere or reindeer.
Now, Jermaine O'Neal, the right wrist to kind of get your attention.
Well, I have a problem with these guys. They need to be wearing a suit. I mean, they're multi-millionaires. They're grown men. That
Brad
needs
Miller
to go
with
back
the bucket hat.
Well, he's a multi-millionaire right there. I don't know what that is.
What's the word? That's garbage.
Getting thumbs down to Brad Miller. Pedro, the knot in the tie is about the size of a grapefruit.
No, but that's the European look. That's the European look. You know what? He's the only one who could pull this off because he's hip-hop.
Just right.
He's real. He looks comfortable with that.
And he's always color coordinated.
He didn't even think about that.
Kobe?
Very nice. Very nice.
Everything's matching.
Yeah, he grew some muscles.
I think all these guys should wear suits.
How about Reg?
Reggie looks like he's selling insurance right now.
The lifetime achievement. And here's the deal with Seggs. He wore the purple blazer to a Minnesota practice. So he wore the Laker colors.
That's not purple, I might add. Huggy Bear. That looks like Huggy Bear. There you go.
Huggy Bear Jr.
That is an unretouched photo also. That's right out of the Charles scrapbook.
Huggy Bear up. That's my man.
The NBA playoffs are on TNT. Tomorrow night, Hornets Sixers Game 2, followed by Blazers Mavericks Game 2. Coverage begins at 7. The drama of the NBA playoffs is on TNT. Win or go home.
Michelin designed the cross-terrain SUV tires specifically for SUVs to help provide responsive handling and a smooth ride. You'd be surprised just how smooth. Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
From early mornings to late nights, from the store around the corner to business around the country, your whole family can count on the best wireless network in the nation, Verizon Wireless. Get the America's Choice National Family Share Plan and share unlimited night and weekend minutes on up to 4 separate lines. Hurry and buy one Motorola phone for $29.99 and get a second free. Plus, now get unlimited text messaging for only $2.99 monthly access. So no one's ever out of the loop. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Can you hear me now? Good.
This is a test. This is the big test. Right now at participating Honda dealers, you can join the big test ride. The world's biggest production motorcycles. Goldwing 1800, VTX 1800. And it just keeps getting bigger because you can ride off with low 6.9% APR financing. To find out more, just go to Honda.com and join the biggest test ride in motorcycle history.
It's official. This is the year of the blues. And there's never been a better time to get back to the blues. 2 CDs packed with the quintessential songs from the 32 biggest blues greats of all time. This 32-track collection is not sold in any store. Back to the Blues celebrates the trailblazers of great American music.
I'm a man.
Order this collection online at MusicSpace.com. This is the real thing. Get back to the blues now. To order, have your credit card ready and call the number on your screen or log on to MusicSpace.com. Rush delivery available.
Kenny, time for the Southwest Airlines. There you go.
The millionaire airline. They're the only one making money.
Kevin Garnett, who was going to join us, but he's still in the locker room, so he will not be joining us live on this edition of Inside, but maybe sometime in the future. But he does make the Southwest Airlines.
We miss you, Kev. Southwest. Southwest, that's my favorite airline.
We're coming back.
Critics rave. Confidence snaps and crackles with wit and humor. Dustin Hoffman is brilliant.
Why do you let her do that? I didn't care about her.
It'll keep you guessing and laughing from beginning to end.
I never know when I'm going to lose it.
Confidence. Rated R. In theaters everywhere Friday.
Welcome aboard. Please turn off all unapproved electronic devices. We have a very crowded flight today, and all overhead space is full. The captain expects frequent turbulence, so please remain seated at all times. And we do anticipate a late arrival. Thank you.
The Hyundai Santa Fe, with America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. When you upgrade your travel plans, you win.
Dinner, $30 on debit card. Two movie tickets, $20 on debit card. Ice cream, $10 on debit card. Leaving your cash at home, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's debit MasterCard, except that almost everywhere cash is.
I'm about to bring it like you ain't never heard.
That's what I'm talking about.
Feel the beat of the Drumline, now on DVD and video. Drumline, own it today.
I just thought I had a little something on the end.
We got into Harvard?
They're paying for college.
How much money you got? Nothing.
Got an idea. And giving criminals.
We walk in, we stick the place up, and we're done. Is this 100% cotton? I want something that'll breathe.
A bad name.
John, wait. I want to be Kyle. Who are you going to be? Steve. Steve. Yeah. I want to be Steve. I'm Steve. You're Carl. Kyle!
Stealing Harvard.
Nobody does anything stupid. I don't think so, but go.
Blockbuster pay-per-view movies. Tune to the 100s and order with your remote.
Order The Four Feathers on pay-per-view and get a free CD with the rousing music from this epic adventure. Own the Four Feathers original motion picture soundtrack from Sony Classical.
You're all that matters to me.
Just come back to me safely.
Just send your pay-per-view bill showing the charge to the Four Feathers CD offer. P.O. Box 102858, Denver, Colorado 80250-2858. The Four Feathers, rated PG-13, playing on pay-per-view.
Inside the NBA on TNT, brought to you by Hyundai. Your car comes with America's best warranty, you win. Hyundai. And by Southwest Airlines, bringing people together with low fares.
You know, Charles and Kenny and Magic were living the life earlier tonight. I don't even know how this all came about, Chuck.
Well, I called Kenny today and said, could you get the girls come by to give me a manicure?
And a pedicure.
And a pedicure. I really wasn't going to get a manicure, but I wanted to get my nails done. Got to have beautiful hands on
while
television.
we're watching games tonight, and that was before.
Just got to make it happen.
And then Magic getting the manicure in.
Ernie, that was my little treat.
On your neck?
That was my little treat for all the crew. We took care of some of the girls also. Let them get manicure and pedicure.
And thank you too, Charles.
You're very welcome.
You treated everybody.
I got nothing.
You white. White people don't need no handouts. You own everything in the world.
Some, but I was working.
I took care of the brothers.
I was working hard, but look at Jimmy. Stands manager Jimmy Hatter continues to. Just another day at the office.
Is that something you and Jimmy want to tell us?
Studio. I'm trying to work. Jimmy's just trying to.
Jimmy's hands got kind of low there. You got to watch it. I was wondering why they kept the mitts on the pillow.
I do not want to review that tape, that's for sure. That's that for Inside the NBA presented by Hyundai. Magic, good to have you in, man. We'll see you later in the playoffs.
Thanks again, Chuck.
What about you going to see me and Kenny later in the playoffs?
I'm going to see you guys today. Good night, y'all.
Night, y'all. Do's and don'ts tomorrow.